Title: The Calm Parent, Raising Happy Kids Without Losing Your Cool. Author: Kwikudadzi. Introduction. The Power of Calm. Parenting doesn't come with a manual, but it does come with emotions. Big ones. Yours and theirs. In a world that's moving faster, demanding more, and encouraging perfection at every turn, staying calm while raising kids can feel like an impossible goal. But calm is not perfection. It's presence. This book is for the parent who wants to break cycles, build connections, and raise emotionally healthy children without yelling, shaming, or punishing their way through tough moments. It's for the parent who's tired of feeling guilty after every meltdown, theirs or their child's. And it's for the parent who knows there's a better way, even if they haven't found it yet. In these pages, you'll find practical tools rooted in neuroscience, psychology, and mindfulness, all designed to help you respond rather than react, nurture rather than nag, and guide without losing yourself in the process. The journey to becoming a calm parent doesn't start with your child, it starts with you. You will still have hard days. You will still raise your voice sometimes. You will still doubt yourself, feel overwhelmed, and wish for more sleep or silence. That's real life. But being a calm parent isn't about getting everything right. It's about choosing presence over perfection, compassion over control, and connection over coercion again and again. When you practice calm, you're not just teaching your child how to behave, you're showing them how to be. You're building a home where emotions are safe, mistakes are opportunities, and love is steady. You're creating a legacy of emotional resilience, one moment at a time. And every time you pause instead of react, breathe instead of explode, or repair instead of retreat, you're changing the future. So keep going. Not because it's easy, but because it matters. Chapter 1: Why Calm Matters More Than Control. Picture this: your child is screaming because you gave them the red cup instead of the blue one. You feel your blood pressure rise, your jaw clench, and that all too familiar thought runs through your head: this is ridiculous. You just want the madness to stop. And fast. It's in these everyday chaotic moments that we reach for control, raising our voices, snapping out orders, or threatening consequences. It's human. We think, if I can just get them to listen, everything will be okay. But here's the truth: parenting isn't a power struggle. It's a relationship. Control may get quick obedience, but calmness earns long-term trust. When you respond with calm instead of control, you're not giving in, you're showing your child how to handle stress, emotions, and conflict healthily. You're being the emotional anchor in their storm. And guess what? Kids learn more from how we act than what we say. The brain science backs this up. Young children are still developing the part of their brain responsible for emotional regulation. When they melt down, they literally can't calm themselves, they need us to help them co-regulate. Yelling or punishing only adds fuel to the fire. But a calm, steady response helps their nervous system settle. Over time, that repeated experience becomes a blueprint for their self-regulation. Calm parenting doesn't mean being passive. It means being grounded, consistent, and connected. It means setting boundaries without shame and guiding behavior without threats. It means pausing before reacting and choosing presence over power. Here's the secret: your calm is more powerful than control. Your ability to stay composed when your child is unraveling teaches them the most important lesson of all, that emotions are manageable and relationships are safe. You don't need to control your child to influence them. You need to connect. And connection begins with calm. Chapter 2: Reparenting Yourself. Before we can truly understand and support our children's emotional needs, we need to understand our own. That starts with a powerful and sometimes uncomfortable truth: your reactions to your child are often rooted in your own childhood. Maybe you were raised in a home where emotions were ignored, minimized, or punished. Maybe you were expected to be the good kid who never questioned authority. Or maybe you had loving parents who still struggled to express empathy or model patience. Whatever your story, it shaped the way you now respond to stress, conflict, and emotion, especially with your kids. Reparenting yourself means recognizing that you carry emotional habits and beliefs from your upbringing, and then choosing to do things differently. It's not about blaming your parents, it's about breaking cycles. Ask yourself, why do I get so angry when my child doesn't listen? Why does whining or crying make me feel out of control? Why do I feel the need to win a power struggle? These aren't just behavioral problems, they're emotional echoes from your past. When a child yells, argues, or melts down, it can unconsciously trigger the child inside you who wasn't heard, helped, or held. The good news? You get to heal while you raise your child. Every time you pause instead of punish, breathe instead of yell, or validate instead of dismiss, you're not just parenting your child, you're reparenting yourself. Start small. Notice your triggers. Name the emotion. Offer yourself the compassion you wish you had received as a child. Then, choose a response rooted in the present, not the past. You don't need to be healed to be a good parent, but healing as you go makes parenting more peaceful. When you do the inner work, you stop expecting your child to make you feel calm, respected, or in control, and you learn to give those things to yourself. The calmer you become with yourself, the calmer you'll be with your kids. Reparenting isn't easy, but it's where real, lasting change begins. Chapter 3, The Calm Down Toolkit. Let's be real, staying calm when your child is pushing every button you have isn't always easy. You might know the right thing to do, but in the heat of the moment, instinct takes over. That's why calm parenting requires tools, not just good intentions. Think of your calm like a muscle, it gets stronger the more you use it. But when you're tired, overwhelmed, or triggered, you need strategies to help you reset in the moment. That's where your Calm Down Toolkit comes in. 1. The power of the pause. When you feel yourself starting to boil, pause. Even just 5 to 10 seconds of silence before you respond can prevent a blow-up. Take a deep breath. Step back. Say out loud, I need a moment. That tiny break can make all the difference. 2. Breathe like you mean it. You've heard this before, and for good reason. Slow, deep breathing tells your brain, I'm safe. Try this simple trick: inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Do it 3 times. You'll feel your nervous system begin to unwind. 3. Ground yourself physically. Notice 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. This sensory exercise pulls you out of your emotional brain and into the present moment. 4. Create a parent cool down spot. We make calming corners for kids, why not for parents? Have a go-to space, even just a chair or a window, where you can step away, breathe, and reset. Bonus, this models emotional regulation in real time. 5. Use a calm phrase. Have a few mantras ready. They're having a hard time, not giving me a hard time. I can be the thermostat, not the thermometer. I choose connection over control. Your Calm Down Toolkit isn't about perfection. It's about creating space between your child's behavior and your response and filling that space with intention. You can't control your child's emotions, but you can manage your own. And that's where real influence begins. Chapter 4, The Language of Peaceful Discipline. Discipline isn't about punishment. It's about teaching. Yet many of us grew up equating discipline with yelling, threats, timeouts, or even fear. So it's no surprise that when our kids misbehave, our instinct is to react with control to make them stop now. But here's the truth: yelling might stop the behavior in the moment, but it doesn't teach the lesson behind it. It often shuts kids down, makes them defensive, and weakens the trust between you. What if, instead, you could discipline in a way that corrects behavior while building connection? Peaceful discipline means leading with calm authority, not anger. It's about setting boundaries, following through with consistency, and using language that respects your child's dignity. You don't have to be harsh to be effective. Here's how the language of peaceful discipline sounds. Instead of "how many times do I have to tell you?" try, "I see you're having trouble following directions. Let's try again together." Instead of "if you don't stop, you're not getting screen time." Try, "We'll try screen time again tomorrow when we're able to use kind words today." Instead of "go to your room right now." Try, "let's take a break to calm down, and then we'll talk about what happened. This isn't permissive parenting. You're still holding limits. But you're doing it in a way that teaches your child how to make better choices instead of simply fearing the consequences. When you discipline with empathy and clarity, your child feels safe enough to listen, not just obey. They learn that mistakes aren't met with shame but with guidance. And they begin to internalize self-control not because they're afraid, but because they understand. Peaceful discipline is firm, not forceful. Kind, not soft. And the more you practice it, the more your child learns that love and limits can go hand in hand. Chapter 5, Managing Meltdowns with Presence. You're in the grocery store, and your child drops to the floor screaming because you won't buy them candy. People are staring. Your face burns with embarrassment. You want the meltdown to stop immediately. Sound familiar? Welcome to one of the most difficult parenting moments, the emotional meltdown. Many parents instinctively react with frustration or threats. Stop it, or if you don't get up right now, we're leaving. But here's what's happening, your child is overwhelmed. Their brain is flooded with emotion, and they're stuck in fight, flight, or freeze. Logic has left the building and punishment won't bring it back. The solution isn't control. It's presence. When a child is melting down, they don't need discipline, they need connection. Your calm is the co-regulation tool they need most. That doesn't mean giving in or letting them have their way. It means being with them through the storm without adding more thunder. So how do you manage a meltdown with presence? 1. Stay grounded. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself, this is a child having a hard time, not a bad child. The more regulated you are, the faster they'll calm down. 2. Validate the emotion. Even if the trigger seems minor to you, it's big to them. Say, you're upset that we can't get the candy. That's hard. Naming their feelings shows them it's okay to have emotions. 3. Lower your voice. Kids match our energy. When we yell, they escalate. When we soften, they start to settle. Your calm tone tells their nervous system, you're safe. You're not alone. 4. Wait for the wave to pass. Don't try to teach or correct in the middle of a meltdown. Once the emotional storm has passed, then you can talk about choices and behavior. Meltdowns aren't moments to shut down or shut them out, they're moments to show up. When you manage meltdowns with presence, you're building trust, emotional intelligence, and the kind of bond that lasts a lifetime. Chapter 6, Boundaries with Compassion. Many parents fear that being calm means being too soft. That if they don't come down hard, their kids will walk all over them. But here's a powerful truth, you can be both kind and firm. The most effective boundaries are the ones set with love, not fear. Boundaries are not walls that separate us from our children, they're bridges that guide them safely through life. Kids thrive when they know what's expected, where the limits are, and what happens when those limits are crossed. But how we communicate those boundaries makes all the difference. Compassionate boundaries are clear, consistent, and respectful. They say, I love you, and I'm here to help you succeed. They don't involve yelling, threats, or punishment. They involve calm leadership. Here's how that looks in real life. Instead of because I said so. Try, I understand you want to keep playing, but it's bedtime. We'll play more tomorrow. Instead of you never listen. Try, I see it's hard to stop right now, but I need you to listen so we can get out the door on time. Instead of if you hit again, you're grounded for a week. Try, I won't let you hit. I'm going to help you calm down so we can talk about what's going on. It's okay for your child to be upset about a boundary. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Your job isn't to prevent their discomfort, it's to help them learn how to manage it. When you hold limits with calm compassion, your child learns that they're safe even when they're frustrated, and that respect goes both ways. Boundaries with compassion teach children that no can be loving. That their feelings matter, even if their behavior needs redirection. That respect isn't demanded, it's modeled. You don't have to choose between being gentle and being in charge. You can be a calm, confident leader, one who guides with grace and grows a child who feels safe, seen, and secure. Chapter 7, The Calm Parent Morning and Evening Routine. Ever notice how your entire day can be thrown off by one chaotic morning or a bedtime battle? You're not alone. Mornings and evenings are the two most emotionally charged parts of the day for families, and how they unfold has a huge impact on both you and your child's mood, behavior, and connection. Here's the good news: you don't need a rigid schedule or Pinterest perfect routine. What you do need are calm, predictable rhythms that ground your family and reduce decision fatigue for you and your kids. The morning routine, starting with connection, not chaos. Mornings often feel rushed: alarms blaring, kids stalling, backpacks missing, cereal on the floor. But with a little intention, they can become a time of connection rather than conflict. Try this. Wake up 10 minutes before your kids. Just a few quiet moments to breathe, stretch, or sip your coffee can help you start the day from a calm place. Keep it predictable, a simple, visual checklist for kids. Example: get dressed, brush teeth, eat breakfast, reduces power struggles and builds independence. Connect before you correct. A hug, eye contact, or playful voice first thing in the morning can shift your child's energy and cooperation. The evening routine, winding down with warmth. Evenings are when kids are tired, parents are spent, and little things feel extra big. A consistent bedtime rhythm signals safety and helps everyone transition more peacefully. Try this. Screen-free wind down time. Switch off electronics at least 30 minutes before bed. Replace with calming activities, stories, soft music, quiet play. Bedtime rituals: a bath, a favorite book, a snuggle, or a short gratitude moment. What was your favorite part of today? Creates emotional closeness and ease. Stay calm during resistance. When kids resist bedtime, stay firm but kind. It's time to rest now. I'll stay with you for a few minutes. The way you begin and end the day teaches your child how to transition, handle stress, and feel secure. You don't need perfection, just intention. A calm morning and a connected bedtime routine are small shifts that make a big difference in your family's emotional climate. Chapter 8, When You Lose Your Cool. Let's face it, no one is perfect. Even the calmest parents lose their temper sometimes. It's easy to feel like a failure when you yell, snap, or get frustrated. But here's a crucial truth: losing your cool doesn't make you a bad parent, it makes you human. What matters isn't whether you lose your temper, because you will, at some point. What matters is how you recover. The key to maintaining trust and connection is acknowledging your behavior, apologizing, and making things right. 1. Take responsibility. The first step is owning it. When you lose your cool, say so. It can be as simple as, "I got upset, and I shouldn't have yelled. I'm sorry." This models emotional intelligence and responsibility for your child, showing them that it's okay to mess up and make amends. Your apology shouldn't be about guilt or shame. It's about repairing and demonstrating healthy emotional regulation. 2. Check in with yourself. After you've apologized, it's important to reflect on what triggered your reaction. Was it exhaustion? Frustration? A sense of being unheard? Understanding your triggers helps prevent future blow-ups. Sometimes it's as simple as needing a few minutes of alone time or asking for help. Taking care of yourself makes you less likely to react in ways that you'll later regret. 3. Reconnect with your child. Once you've taken a step back and reflected, it's time to rebuild the connection. Sit down at your child's level and talk about what happened, but do it calmly. When I yelled, I wasn't showing you the respect I want to. Let's work on that together. This doesn't mean making excuses, it means opening up to your child about the real, human emotions you were feeling. 4. Be gentle with yourself. Parenting is challenging. You will lose your cool. But don't beat yourself up for it. It's an opportunity for growth. Each time you make a repair and reconnect, you're teaching your child how to handle conflict in relationships. Remember, it's the apology and repair that matter most, not the mistake itself. Your child will learn far more from how you handle imperfection than from your perfection. Parenting is a journey, not a destination. So when you lose your cool, Don't see it as a setback, see it as a chance to show your child what it means to be human, to apologize, and to try again. Chapter 9, Staying Grounded Through Stressful Seasons. Parenting in the best of times is challenging. But when life throws curveballs, whether it's a job change, financial stress, a health crisis, or even the seasonal burnout from too much on your plate, staying grounded feels nearly impossible. In these stressful seasons, your patience wears thin, and your emotional reserves feel depleted. It's easy to slip into reactionary parenting, snapping, or withdrawing. But even in the toughest moments, there are ways to stay calm, connected, and compassionate. 1. Give yourself grace. The first step in staying grounded during stressful times is to be kind to yourself. You are doing the best you can with the resources you have. Parenting is hard enough without the added weight of external stress. Remind yourself that it's okay to not be perfect. Taking care of yourself emotionally, mentally, and physically is essential to being the calm presence your children need. Self-compassion is key. Instead of berating yourself for losing patience or feeling overwhelmed, try saying, "This is tough right now, and I'm doing my best." You are modeling for your children how to handle difficult emotions, not by suppressing them, but by accepting them with kindness. 2. Reconnect to your why. In times of stress, it's easy to lose sight of why you're parenting the way you do. We forget the big picture, the values we want to instill, the lessons we want to pass on. When things feel chaotic, take a moment to reconnect with your why, the purpose behind your parenting. Write down your family's core values, or create a reminder on your phone. Whether it's fostering emotional resilience, creating a peaceful home, or nurturing empathy, having a reminder of your intentions can help you stay centered when the chaos takes over. 3. Lean into your support system. You don't have to do it alone. Parenting is a communal experience, and leaning into your support system, whether that's a partner, family, friends, or a parenting group, can provide you with the strength you need during tough times. Don't hesitate to ask for help, whether it's for a break, an emotional check-in, or practical support. You can't pour from an empty cup. Having a solid support network is crucial for maintaining your emotional well-being, especially when life feels heavy. 4. Simplify and prioritize. During stressful seasons, simplify as much as you can. The more cluttered your schedule and environment, the more likely you are to feel overwhelmed. Prioritize what matters: your health, your family's needs, and your emotional well-being. Let go of extra commitments that don't align with your current priorities. This doesn't mean giving up on everything, but rather focusing on what will bring you peace and stability for yourself and your children. 5. Practice micro moments of calm. When life feels stressful, you might think you need a whole day to yourself to recharge. But in reality, small moments can be just as effective. Steal a few minutes of solitude when you can. Take deep breaths before responding to a challenging moment. Pause before you react, and practice being present, even in the smallest interactions. It doesn't take hours of self-care, just intentional, mindful moments can help you stay grounded through the chaos. In stressful seasons, remember that being grounded doesn't mean being perfect. It means choosing to respond with intention, even when life is pulling you in 1,000 directions. It's about knowing you're not in control of everything, but you can control how you show up for your children and yourself. Even on the hardest days, your calm is the anchor they need. Chapter 10, Raising Emotionally Intelligent Kids. We've all heard the phrase emotional intelligence, but what does it mean, and why is it so important for your child's future? Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions, while also being able to empathize with others and manage relationships effectively. Simply put, EQ is what helps your child handle their feelings in healthy ways and navigate the world with confidence and empathy. As parents, we want our kids to be successful, but that success goes beyond academic achievement or athletic prowess. Emotional intelligence plays a huge role in lifelong happiness and resilience. And here's the best part: you, as a calm, present parent, are the one who can nurture this essential skill. 1. Model emotional awareness. The first step to raising emotionally intelligent kids is modeling emotional awareness. Children learn by watching their parents, so when you name and express your emotions openly, you teach them to do the same. Whether you're frustrated, happy, or sad, let your child see you name it. I'm feeling really tired today, and it's making me cranky. I need a moment to rest. When you show that it's okay to have emotions and talk about them, you're permitting them to do the same. Use phrases like, I feel frustrated because. I'm feeling really happy about this because. I feel disappointed, but it's okay. I'll figure it out. This not only teaches your child about emotions but also shows them that feelings aren't good or bad, they just are. 2. Validate their emotions. Emotional intelligence is about knowing that it's okay to feel what you feel, even if those feelings are difficult or messy. When your child is upset, rather than immediately trying to fix the problem, try validating their feelings first. Validation is the act of acknowledging their emotions, without judgment. For example, if your child is angry because they can't play with a toy, rather than dismissing their anger with "don't be mad," try saying, I see you're upset because you want that toy. It's frustrating when you don't get what you want, isn't it? This helps them feel heard and understood, which allows them to process their feelings more effectively. 3. Teach problem-solving skills. Emotional intelligence isn't just about understanding emotions, it's also about knowing how to handle them. When your child is upset or struggling, instead of solving the problem for them, ask guiding questions that encourage problem solving. What do you think would help you feel better? What could you do next time when you're feeling upset? What other ways could you solve this problem? This empowers your child to manage their emotions, think critically, and develop coping strategies. Over time, this builds resilience and emotional regulation. 4. Encourage empathy. Empathy is the heart of emotional intelligence. Help your child understand and appreciate the feelings of others. You can do this through simple conversations. How do you think your friend felt when you took their toy? What can we do to help someone sad? How do you think it would feel if someone said something unkind to you? Model empathy by showing concern for others' feelings, whether it's family members, friends, or even pets. When your child sees that you care about others' emotions, they learn to care as well. 5. Teach coping skills. No one's emotional journey is perfect, and your child will face frustration, disappointment, and sadness. The key to emotional intelligence is teaching them healthy ways to cope with those emotions. Encourage techniques like deep breathing, counting to 10, or finding a quiet space to regroup. Help them build a toolkit of strategies they can rely on when their feelings overwhelm them. Remind them that it's okay to take a break, cry it out, or ask for help. Let them know it's okay to feel big emotions, but it's also important to find healthy ways to deal with them. Raising emotionally intelligent kids doesn't require perfection. It requires patience, presence, and modeling of what it means to be in tune with your feelings and respectful of others. When you teach your child emotional intelligence, you're giving them a powerful tool to navigate life's ups and downs with resilience, empathy, and self-awareness. By creating an emotionally safe environment at home, where feelings are validated and understood, you're setting them up for a future filled with emotional resilience, healthier relationships, and a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. This concludes the chapters for the Calm Parent, Raising Happy Kids Without Losing Your Cool. I hope these insights help you cultivate a peaceful, emotionally intelligent, and balanced approach to parenting. Conclusion: the journey of calm parenting. Parenting is an ongoing journey, one that's filled with ups and downs, twists and turns, and unexpected moments. It's a path that requires patience, self-awareness, and a deep commitment to both your child's well-being and your own. But above all, it requires the intentional practice of calm and emotional regulation, because our children learn more from how we respond than from what we say. Through the chapters of this book, we've explored the importance of creating a calm environment, the art of setting compassionate boundaries, and how to manage those inevitable moments when your own emotions take the lead. We've learned how to stay grounded in the face of stress, how to model emotional intelligence, and how to reconnect when things don't go as planned. But here's the key takeaway: you don't have to be perfect to be a great parent. Perfection isn't the goal, connection is. By consistently showing up with presence, compassion, and a willingness to repair when things go wrong, you are teaching your children the most important life skills they'll ever need: how to manage their emotions, handle stress, and build meaningful, empathetic relationships. No one is immune to tough days, meltdowns, or moments of doubt. However, by practicing the principles of calm parenting, you not only help your child grow into a compassionate, emotionally intelligent person, but you also become more aware of your own emotions and more at peace with the unpredictable nature of parenting. Ultimately, calm parenting is about choosing connection over control, compassion over criticism, and love over fear. It's about showing your child that feelings are okay, mistakes are part of learning, and that no matter what happens, you are there grounded, patient, and ready to guide them through whatever comes their way. So, as you continue on this parenting journey, remember, you've got this. Stay calm, stay connected, and remember that every moment is an opportunity to teach not just your child, but also yourself. With each deep breath, gentle word, and mindful choice, you're building a foundation of peace, one that will support both you and your child for years to come. Thank you for listening.